I've been wanting to do a video on Robert Mugabe's son and the crimes that they have alleged he has done, shot his boyfriend or gardener, and him being here illegally. I want to comment on it, but you ask yourself, am I xenophobic? But the thing that's really been making me ask myself if I'm xenophobic is since finding out that Mighty Jaimie is Zimbabwean and he hasn't said a single thing, but every day in South Africa, he criticized South Africa every day. He hasn't said a single thing about this. My disdain for that is making me really question whether I'm xenophobic or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the On the Top podcast.
Am I allowed to swear there?
And so it was.
Yeah, I know we said let's not blame the government.
It's just sad when we start then becoming indoctrinated view on me.
It's been a few months now that I saw a comment just in passing where someone mentioned that Mighty Jaimie, who's also like a political analyst and commentator on YouTube, mentioned that he was Zimbabwean. And that actually wouldn't matter, but for some reason it did. And in this dialogue, please, I'm internalizing what I'm feeling and trying to figure out if it's xenophobia. Sometimes when a gay person is rude to you and disrespectful and being, in your face and whatever the case might be, and then the fact that you're annoyed by this gay person doing these things to you, you question yourself and you ask, like, am I homophobic? Is that why I am annoyed by this person's behavior? Or when a black person does something to you and you react in a certain way and you sit and you ask yourself, was that guy actually being an asshole or am I racist? That's the situation I find myself in with Mighty Jaimie. Because ever since I found out that he's Zimbabwean, the fact that he's been daily making videos criticizing South Africa doesn't sit well with me. I'm fine with any South African criticizing any aspect of any part of South Africa. But it lands differently. It's like if you talk shit about your father to your friend, it's like, yeah, bruh, I can't believe my father did that, bruh. I wish my father did better. And then your friend says, yeah, bruh, your father's a shit father, bro. My father would never do that. It's like, yo, bro, don't say anything about my father. I'm the only one that can criticize my father or my mother or my children. When I'm complaining about my children, I'm not there. Don't add on and say, yo, yeah, your children, yeah, they're really bad. Don't let me do it. That's how it feels when someone from another country is complaining about your country. And their country is not even better, bruh. You should be happy to be here. Am I xenophobic for thinking that? Do you know a thing that I agreed that Trump said? There's this lady, Iman, forget her surname. I had her surname's Iman, but she's from Somalia. And she is naturalized in the USA, and she's a senator. She's a senator or someone in their parliament, House of Representatives. She's like a strong force on the left, criticizing America, like a strong, powerful female voice. And Trump said, why would you leave your beautiful country and come here to criticize and say how bad America is? If America was as bad as what you say it is, why don't you go to your beautiful, perfect country? And that is like so true. Because these guys like Mighty Jaimie wouldn't dare speak so badly about Zimbabwe or the Zimbabwean government. And he can do it from here. He's safe. Nothing's going to happen to him here. Like, guys, there's another guy, Tendai, which I don't really know. Like, I've seen his face. His face looks kind of familiar. His stuff doesn't come across my feed a lot. But people are complaining about him also, always criticizing South African government. Don't tell us anything. I mean, even to the point of Zimbabwe mustn't tell us about the racism I don't even want Zimbabweans to complain about white people that are here. They must not do it. They must not do it. Guys, no man, we are all human beings, but there's something that just don't feel right about it. And if it's xenophobia, tell me, I'll work on myself. I promise I'll work on myself. But I can't complain about my kids and then you agree with me. Don't agree with me. I can't complain about my mother and then you agree with me. No, don't agree with me. Just listen. Worst off, you come and tell me what's wrong with my mother before I said anything. Nah, guys, it doesn't work. And never mind the Zimbabwean thing. I also never really watched him a lot. I watched him when he did like his first guest spot on SMWX. Even then, wasn't particularly drawn to him. I had no idea that he was not South African. So there is also something about him. I accidentally or randomly bumped into a video that doesn't have a lot of views where he saw Ronaldo host in the airport, and this was shortly after Ronaldo's videos surfaced from him 10, 15 years ago, saying the K word, making an example of the K word and comparing it to Kill the Boer, which, yes, I think he should have gotten into a little bit of trouble. I do think Human Rights Commission was an overkill, and it shows the political slant or subjectivity of the Human Rights Commission. I think the Human Rights Commission has been captured and is not really a place where you can find fair representation, and it will not feel that way. Even though I agree with the type of judgment and the direction, but I'm not blind to the fact that we are only okay with it because it's doing stuff in our favor. And that shouldn't really be the purpose. It should really be neutral and objective. And it doesn't appear to be objective, even though it's slanting more towards my own political view. So Jaimie saw this guy in the airport and started running him down with a camera and a mic of some sorts and started harassing the person. I was like, bro, the fights that we're having online and stuff, don't ever do that, bruh. Don't ever do that. On that encounter, I was really against what Jaimie did. If you can find that video, I'll try and link it below. If you can find that video, you'll see like that was very unnecessary. I don't know how you feel about it. You might be enraged by the fact that I appear to be defending Ronaldo host. And I'll tell you, I haven't liked Ronaldo host since the first time his video showed up on my things. I'm all for speaking up against the woke and whatever, but his voice always really irritated me, and it did have, he may not be racist, a racist tinge to it. Funny story. I saw Ronaldo host at the airport last week. I did not jump in or approach him. I saw him in the distance. But I think a few weeks ago, because these guys do watch my videos and then they do something on the topics that I do just after. I drove past Ronaldo house. I'm very observant, so I always look at people in their cars. I look at the people walking in the street, and I saw this person who I think is Ronaldo house see me. And I think he recognized me, and he did a double take subconsciously. And I was like, this guy watches my videos. I'm trying to, Ronaldo host, who irritates me more between Ronaldo host and Mighti Jaimie, to be honest, is Mighti Jaimie. I don't like Ronaldo host videos. He is pushing his agenda and his side, which is his right to do so. I disagree with him on 99% of the stuff that he says, and I think he knows he is posturing, because when he was on the show with Nota and DJ Sbu, he was able to calm down his rhetoric and speak more understandably. So I think the stuff he does on YouTube is definitely performative. But Mighti Jaimie irritates me, man. And I've been trying to question myself, is it because I'm xenophobic? And if I am, I will work on myself. I don't have a problem with any other person or any other Zimbabwean. I got Zimbabwean friends. But Mighti Jaimie, bro, is not it. Tell us about Robert Mugabe's son. Tell us about what they're doing here. He's even here illegally. You're allowed to speak out against foreigners committing crimes here. Will you be seen as a sellout, or are we all just supposed to be happy with them? Anyway, this video is more about Mighti Jaimie than Robert Mugabe's son, which I will probably do a video on once we know a bit more. Am I obliged? I'm expecting Mighti Jaimie to say something. Am I obliged to say something about it? Anyway, I do have a video about, I'll link it below also, about the time when Grace Mugabe came here and beat up that poor colored lady. Anyway, that's my time, guys. This is the On the Country podcast with Emilio Tobias. Do subscribe. You can become a member for a low fee of $1 or $2. If you do the conversion, it's very small. But do subscribe. Let me know what you think.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the On the Country podcast.
Am I allowed to swear here?
Then swear, bro.
Yeah, I know we said let's not blame the government.
It's just sad when we start them becoming indoctrinated.
View on me.